So in this first example, what we're going to do is just show you exactly what we can do with the simulation module, just by running a simple example that we've created. The simulation module has two components here. We've got our Excel model here, which is just a small script file that tells Mach3D what to do and how to interact with Excel. And then we've got an Excel spreadsheet here. If we right-click and open, that's just got some basic inputs and some room here for outputs that are returned from Mach3D. So to run this model, what this model is going to do is build a dam, pour tailings, and then return to us the volume of dam fill, the volume of tailings deposited, and the pond volume. So to run this model, we can just go to the simulation menu and run Excel model. And then we choose the spreadsheet we want to interact with, which is this simple Excel model. The Excel model that we want to actually execute, so that's got the appropriate code in it. We're going to run through each of the columns in this model, and so we just hit OK. We can leave all these other things as they are. Hit OK, and it will go through and do a dam raise to the elevation that we've specified in the Excel model. It will then pour some tailings, calculate the volume of the tailings, the volume of water in the pond, and then spit that back into the Excel spreadsheet for each of these runs. And so by the time we've gone through the 3 time steps here, we're basically calculating a storage elevation curve for our tailings dam here. So for each of these crest elevations and the corresponding pond elevations, we've got our dam raise volume, the deposition volume, and then the pond volume. And what it's doing is when this is running, it's building our first time step on our base topography. Then when it comes to do the second time step, it's actually taking the output from this first time step and then adding that incremental raise, calculating that incremental tailings volume. And then same for step 3, it's actually building on top of the output from step 2. And so this is one of the simplest models that we could probably make with the simulation model. But what we're going to do over the coming tutorials is show you how to actually define the Excel models, how to how to make it do something basic, and then we'll gradually add in capability for doing dam raises, tailings deposition, and so on. So by the end of this, you'll be able to come through and run a deposition sequence in the way that you might want to do.